Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another few medical prefixes that denotes the number, amount or quantity. Okay. In our previous session also we discussed few terminology for the same. So there are multiple terminology prefixes that used to denote numbers or amount. Okay. So let's discuss few more terminology for that. So here what we will do, firstly we will discuss the prefix and then we'll see few example for the same so that it will clarify all your doubts. Okay, fine. So the first prefix we have is by, where by prefix is mainly used to show the sense of two. Okay, whenever you want to show something as a two, as a pair, as a both, then in that case you will use the term prefix as by. Okay, now to make it more clear, let's see all the example given here. The first example is bilateral pneumonia. Bilateral pneumonia. So this term is mainly used, you can see, refers to a medical condition or process that affect both side or both paired organs of the body simultaneously. Okay, so you can see here we have that sense of both. Both means two, both side, both paired, right? So that's why we are using the prefix as by, because by is also denoting and it is also sounding like a sense of two. Okay, in this example, bilateral pneumonia indicate the inflammation or infection in both lungs. So again you can see it is making a sense of two, both part, both of the lungs of the body. Okay, that's why we are using the prefix by with bilateral pneumonia. Okay, fine. Now let's focus on the next one. Next is bicuspid valve. It relates to a structure or organ having two cusps or points. Okay, so whenever we want to denote something as two pointed or cusps, two cusps, then in that case we will use the bicuspid valve. And you can see here it is written the bicuspid valve is also known as mitral valve and is located in between the left atrium and left ventricle of the heart. Okay, so whenever you would like to make a sense of two or 2.2 cusps, then in that case we are using the prefix as bicuspid valve. Okay, fine. Now let's see the next point. Next point is binocular vision. I think this is something that you heard most of the time. This is very popular term, binocular vision. Here it is mentioned, binocular vision is the ability of human and some of the other animal to use their two eyes simultaneously to perceive a single three-dimensional image of the world around us. So whenever we are utilizing our both eyes, like normally we utilize both eyes in order to perceive a complete three-dimensional picture of the world, then in that case that type of vision is known as binocular vision. And here both eyes are performing together, that's why we use the term by, we are using the prefix by. Okay, so this is all about the prefix by, which is used to show the sense of two, double, both. Okay, fine. Let's see the next one. Next one is Diplo. Diplo is for double. Now some of you may get confused like why we are using double and two separately, because there are few medical terminology that is using Diplo. So Diplo is also a separate thing and bi is a separate thing. And I would say that in medical terminology you might see various repetitive or maybe some alternative terms for a single purpose, right? So but we should aware of all these things because these are the things that will help us to perform the coding, whether we are in the billing phase. We should look to these points. Okay, then we have type first term like diplo is there, which is used to make a sense of double, and the first example is diplopia. Diplopia, okay, commonly known as double vision. Diplopia is a condition in which a person sees two images of a single object. It can be caused by eye muscle imbalance or other visual issues. Okay, so whenever a patient is suffering from a disease where uh, he or she is getting the picture of single object with a two means like whenever they are seeing two images of a single object, then that kind of disease, that type of a disease is represented with the prefix diplopia. This is the terminology, and the prefix we are using is diplo. It can be caused by eye muscle imbalance or other visual issues. Okay, so this is all about the diplopia. Then we have diplococcus, a type of bacteria that typically occurs in pairs. The term diplococcus is often used to describe the arrangement of bacteria cells when viewed under a microscope. So again, the type of bacteria that occurs in pairs. So you can see double pairs. Pair means double. So that's why to show those bacteria we are using this prefix diplococcus, and it is often used to describe the arrangement of bacteria cell in which is in pair and when viewed under a microscope. So this is all about diplococcus. Then we have diploid, refers to a cell or organism which a complete set of chromosomes in a pair, typically of most body cells in humans. So again we are using the sense of pair, refers to a cell or organism with a complete set of chromosomes in pairs, typically of most body cells in humans. So for this also we are using the term medical prefix as diplo. Okay, then we have next thing, hemi. Now why we are using hemi? We are using hemi in order to show this in order to make a sense of half. So whenever you, let's say if you would like to show something that half body is affected or half part of the body is affected, then in that case you will use the medical prefix hemi. Okay, let's see what all well examples we have. First example is hemiplegia. Here it is mentioned paralysis affecting one side of body, often caused by a stroke or injury to the brain. Okay, so in this case, like in the case of paralysis, if only one side of the body is affected or half body is affected, then in that case we will use the term hemi as a prefix with plegia, hemiplegia. Okay, kiss, and it could be caused by a stroke or injury to the brain. Then we have hemithorax, refers to one half or one side of the chest of or thorax. It is commonly used in the context of imaging or surgical procedures involving the chest cavity. Okay, so again here we are using the term hemi in order to show the one half or one side of the chest or thorax to show something, and it is commonly used in the context of imaging or surgical process involving in the chest cavity. Okay, then we have hemi hemicolectomy. Okay, so ectomy is also a different thing that we are going to discuss in the upcoming sessions, but for timing we are just focusing on the prefix which is hemicolectomy, surgical removal of half of the colon. This procedure may be performed to treat certain colorectal conditions such as cancer or inflammation bowel diseases. Okay, so here again, if some like half of the colon is surgically removed, then to show that, to denote that, we will use the prefix as hemi. Fine. Then we have mono, which is used to make a sense of one. Monochromatism, a vision condition where an individual sees the world in shades of single color. It is also referred as a total color blindness. So let's assume there is one patient who's suffering from this monochromatism disease. So in that case, he can only see, he is able to see the entire world with only single color shade, with the shades of single color. Okay, so that type of thing we can denote with the help of mono prefix. Okay, then we have monoplegia, paralysis affecting a single limb or a single part of the body such as arm, leg. So if someone is suffering from a paralysis and only single part, let's say if someone leg is paralyzed, someone one arm is paralyzed, so in that case we are using the monoplegia terminology, where mono is the prefix that is used to showcase the uh, single part, okay, one part. Then we have monocyte. Now monocyte, a type of white blood cell that plays a crucial role in immune systems defense against infection. Monocytes can transform into monophages, okay, phages. So again we are using the monocyte in order to show the white blood cell, a white blood cell that which is playing a crucial role in the immune system defense against the infection. Okay, so yeah, these are the all point that I would like to share in this session. So bi is there for 2, then we have diplo, double, then we have hemi, half, and then mono, 1. So these are the all prefix that we use in order to show something as number, quantity, or maybe you can say amount. Okay, so this is the third part for this prefix. And yeah, that's for today's topic. And the question for today is, this is uh, this is the question for your practice purpose. So I recommend you to put the answer and to share your knowledge in the comment section. So question is, what information is provided by the prefix megalo and normo? Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.